Uh, Hello, everybody. Welcome back to BGCS. I believe coming to the end of the series now, we have the team Rezzurection versus the Unseen. It's a good match that I'm looking forward to playing. I am joined here by Loopy. How you doing, Loopy?
I'm doing very good. How about you?
I'm good, mate. So, I believe we now have two very good sides sort of shaping up, ready to take on a good match. Loopy, I'd like to know your predictions for this game.
My prediction is 3-0 to Unseen. They've both got nothing to play for. They've both clinched it. But I can just see Unseen's coming out strong, even if they've got nothing to play for and beating them 3-0. What about you?
I'm going to say Unseen 3-1. I'm going to give Rezzurection again. They are still a very good team. I'm going to say 3-1 the Unseen. But
yeah, okay.
as we prepare for this game, so I think, obviously, you said nothing to play for.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're a seeding to play for, but obviously both these teams have clinched the playoffs. They have, they don't have to worry about being knocked out, but it's also about the momentum. So obviously they're not just going to not care about the game. They're going to think,
Yeah.
oh, we've got to play. We've got to play as well as we can, get that practice in, and then start scrimming before the playoffs. Just to have as much momentum and just be as warm as they can going into those playoffs, because it's so important now.
Yeah, 100%. You just got to see how they play this match. Could be playing, they could literally not try at all because they don't have to. But they probably will get it for the momentum and to play as a team. But for playoffs, they will be doing practice and with scrims, hopefully and surely, to get to playoffs and see how they do in playoffs and see how they go, I guess. So.
Yeah, and see with these teams going into the playoffs now, we have to see if they can how just competitive they will be. Obviously, playing the teams from the other leagues that they might have just scrimmed and never really played in a properly competitive situation. As we get the Unseen into the lobby now, but I think so. Yeah, I've had the prediction of Unseen taking 3-1. You have them taking it in a sweeping fashion, ending it as quickly as possible. But I do think those games will be close. I don't think it's going to be a complete shutout. We don't know what kind of sides we're going to be seeing from each of them.
Use mine. Yeah.
So maybe the Unseen. I don't know if they scrimmed. Same with Rezzurection. Maybe some of them come out cold. I know for Kyle has been playing incredibly well recently. He's been playing speedy. He's been quick. He's been absolutely fantastic all over the place, mechanical. Jeffo is a solid player as well. He's exactly what you need from someone like him. Constantly just the catalyst for absolutely everything, and then Panic is the exact person to fill in the gaps. And he's also just so consistent. He's so good. So we're still waiting for Rezzurection to join the lobby, but I'm definitely looking forward to this game, Loopy.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it's going to be close matches, 1 goal difference, maybe 2 goal difference. I don't feel like it will be a big goal difference because of teams are kind of same skill level. Just Unseen, I don't know, just been winning more. Maybe have the better GC. Well, yeah, they do, but we've got to see how this goes. I think Brian's playing for Rezzurection, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's why I said 3-0 because I think Brian is a bit like worse than Lewis. No offense to Brian, obviously, but Lewis is just a bit more mechanical and a bit more, I don't know, like offensive player, I guess you can say. So that's why I think they were all 3-0.
Well, you are correct. Brian is in the lobby. We now start to get everyone in, but so this game will be starting in a few moments' time. But I do say 3-1 to the Unseen, but really, in all honesty, I'm not 100% sure. I think it could definitely be a tight game. We could definitely see a game 5 that would be a banger end to the season. However, we could also see one team come out cold and just absolutely panic under the pressure and,
Yeah.
definitely get swept, or one team comes out the gate, rolling
I do.
punches.
Yeah. I do feel like also another reason is the real is they have an FA sub Rezzurection, Josky. I'm pretty sure he's like a champ 2, champ 3 player. He's picked GC1. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked his track up, but that's what I've been told. So that's why I think that Unseen is going to have more obviously another advantage there as well as having the better GC because they haven't played each other. He only joined today for the sub, and maybe he played a scrim. I'm not 100% sure about that. But if they can fit in the role, I don't know. Wait, what role is it? We're waiting on. I think we're waiting on another player for Rez. Yeah. But I don't know who they're filling in for. But yeah, I think it's Cryptic. But yeah, we just got to see. They could easily take that. Play that main spot. We've never seen him play before, so all exciting to see a new player. Play in BGCS.
Yeah, and it could be vital for these, FA subs if they want to play the next season to sort of get their name out there. And, they want to get a team off the marker, really. They want to be picked straight away because otherwise you've got to wait those 4 weeks, only trying to find those sub spots that you can. So this really is their one shot, their one opportunity to impress any other people watching and, get your name out.
Yeah, get a team for next season maybe if any teams are interested in new players. Yeah.
Exactly.
We should be starting soon. But
yeah,
we're waiting on one player. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. We're either waiting on Cryptic or Aspect, but they're not in the lobby right now. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you, BGCI.
Yeah.
Apparently it's supposed to be melty crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got till 15:15, so they've got, I think, actually 8 minutes to go until they will have to forfeit this match, which is not what you want at the end of the season. Deco saying he could fill in. GCI, they're having none of that. Yeah, 8 minutes until the forfeit, unfortunately.
Yeah. I do feel like they have plenty of time to join. I do think they will join, but just got to see.
Yeah. While we're waiting, we'll give a little update on the Rocket League World Championship. How about that? So yesterday, Twisted Minds took down the Kansas City Pioneers 4-1. Complexity took an expected 4-0 against Valiant, though they did put up a somewhat fight. Power put up a decent fight against Oxygen, but did fall 4-2 in the end. Some people say that Power actually should have taken this series. G2 once again expected 4-0 over Limitless. We're on the road to perfect sweep them until Game 4, where Limitless did take away 2 goals. Crew beat G1 once again, this time in a 4-1 fashion, looking quite dominant throughout it, as G1's only win came through an almost 2-minute overtime. Moist, again, expected 4-0'd the Gaming Gladiators, nothing special otherwise to talk about there. Space Station Gaming with a very exciting game and a clutch save from Hoxer at the end in Game 6 took down Team Secret 4-2, and Elevate fell 0-4 to the Falcons. And today, so far in round 2, we've had Complexity beating Oxygen in a close Game 7, went all the way to overtime, trading wins and blows throughout the series. Twisted Minds took down Moist with a somewhat upset 4-2, and Falcons currently lead 1-0 against Crew. Actually, 2-0, as that game has just ended. And in the lower matches so far today, Power took down Valiant, who actually took a game 4-1. They took game 2 with a convincing 2-0, holding off at the end. And Secret 4-0'd Gaming Gladiators, so that's them being swept for the second time. And Limitless also picked up their second sweep against them from the Kansas City Pioneers, so they move on to the mid-bracket. After the Falcons game, we should have G2 versus Space Station Gaming, what some people are calling the highlight match of the day. And then G1 versus Elevate to see who advances to that mid-round bracket in round 3. There's your RLCS roundup as we wait for the BGCS match to come.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Melted Crispy is here now, so he'll join soon. So he's still got 5 minutes though. 5 minutes to join, or it will be an F and Unseen win it. But yeah, should be maybe starting soon if he does join. But we just got to see how this game goes, you know.
Yeah, Melty Crispy does have 5 minutes to join the match, but we are looking forward to this match. I really hope we do get to see it because it will still be very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I don't want to, cast a forfeited game. It's just a bit,
Casting
upsetting.
a forfeited game is never fun, really.
Yeah, literally like no. Oh, someone's on the ball. Someone's on the ball. Oh wait, there's no one there. So but
yeah, the ball sits in the middle of the field waiting for the players to join for the first kickoff of the game, but we are still waiting on that third, supposedly Melty Crispy for Rezzurection. There is word that he's in the voice channel, and apparently he's joining the game, but seems to be certainly taking his time. I don't know what the issue seems to be for Crispy.
Yeah. The ball's been there for about, I don't know how long now, quite a long time, but it's itching to, get hit around. Not in a weird way. Not in a weird way, but, don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that lovely BGCS skin on the ball there that the viewers will be able to see on the stream. And Melty Crispy finally does join the match.
3 minutes left.
With 3 minutes left to spare, cutting it fine. GCI gives us the go, 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 and we finally get underway. The Unseen versus Rezzurection starts off now. And that kickoff goes immediately to the side, and Panic will get the first possession of the game. And it's eventually going to get cleared to the corner, but the Unseen on the blue side, starting with that pressure immediately. Jeffo goes from the corner into the mid, but now this means that Rezzurection should have time and space on the ball, but it's a good bump from Jeffo. But as they start the counter-attack, teams feeling out each other just at the start of this series as the ball starts to be ping-ponged and boomed around the field.
Panic now with a touch, over one. Jeffo's trying to intervene, he tries to get the corner read, or the read, and it's just wide. Brian misses the ball. Carl tries to pass back to try to take pressure, but no one's there. Jeffo now with the pinch. Brian is there to clear it out, does clear it out in time. 2 players from Unseen back. Brian gets it to nobody. Nobody's there, but Jeffo is. Jeffo tries to get the read, just doesn't. Carl gets it from over him, gets a touch. Now, Melty Crispy trying to go for the pressure, but Jeffo takes it over him, gets a shot. Brian there with the ball, he gets a save, and it's a great save. He's trying to claw corner to Crispy, and he passes to Josky, and Josky hits it out to Carl. Brian out with the ball, 94 boost in the tank, goes up in the air. They've got a fake Carl, tries to get past the Melty Crispy, does pass to Melty Crispy, but Jeffo clears it, and it's open net for Panic. Panic shoots, and he scores.
Yeah, and Panic certainly didn't panic there. He had the open net, and he had so much time. The entire Rezzurection defense behind him. Jeffo takes out the last defender anyway. And the Unseen wasting no time. Even though they had to wait in the lobby for a little while, maybe these players just starting to become a little bit cold. But here we are now, 1-0 to the Unseen. Definitely proving our predictions to be right so far, but there's still plenty of time left to go in this game as Josky goes for the shot in the net. Brian gets the double fake and he's put it wide! And he's dubbing it out to clear it for the Unseen, but this shot comes in from Melty Crispy, and he ties up the game in a quick response. Oh dear, Brian, what happened there? I don't know, but luckily Melty Crispy there to absolutely mug off Panic, and it goes straight into the top left corner. Nothing the Unseen can do, and we're back to a tie game.
Yeah, 100%. Carl and Brian with kick off. Unseen win it. It might be a kick off goal, but 50 with Melty Crispy. Jeffy now with low boost, gets a touch to the corner. Unseen players there. Carl just misses. Crispy beats him. Josky trying to go with the 50, does 50, but Melty Crispy gets a touch. Goes back to Carl. Unseen with the pressure. He tries to get a flick, but it passes to Jeffo. Jeffy now on the ball. Tries to go for the double. He does get a double. What a save from Josky. It passes back to Carl though, keeping on the pressure. Brian now with a touch. Passing to Melty Crispy. He does. He just misses. It's back to Unseen again. It's just going like ping pong as you said. Jeffy now with a flip reset. Gets a flip reset over one, but Brian is there. Panic now with the pressure. Gets a touch to the backboard, but Kyle tries to get the read. Crispy beats him. He passes back to Unseen again. He gets a bang to the ceiling. Tries to get the read. He does. What save from Brian?
Oh, an impressive run of play from the Unseen there. But here we go. Kyle now with the shot. And it goes half in, but is saved away by Brian on the goal line. And now he will go for the clear, but low on boost. The shot comes in from Panic, but Melty Crispy is there to clear it away on the goal line once again. And you'd think that the Unseen is supposed to be bleeding all the pressure that they're putting on this now, but it definitely is Rezzurection. But now they start to try and counter-attack and actually make the Unseen bleed by taking a lead. Now everyone leaves the ball, and eventually Carl will just come and hit it all the way down the field into the corner. The free shot for Jeffo, it comes in and it slots into the bottom left-hand corner. 2-1 to the Unseen with 2 minutes left on the clock exactly.
What a shot from Jeffo. Brian, oh no, Jossie can't just get there. Great placement from him. Just shoots it and scores.
Yep, precisely as we go back to the kickoff, Luffy, and Brian wins it cleanly, goes into the corner, but is taken out by Kyle, who actually also takes out his teammate Panic. Now this goes off the backboard, there could be a free shot. No, Jotsky has fixed it. That's so unfortunate. And Kyle gets the fake. It's going to go towards the net, but it's saved away by Joski and cleared away by Crispy. And now a counter-attack might actually begin. Crispy with a shot. Can Brian get the demo? No.
Carl and Panic miss. Jeffrey now tries to take it all away from danger. Carl now with a touch. Gets a touch. Tries to pass to Panic. Panic just can't get there. Crispy gets it past him. Jeffrey now backboard. Gets a touch. Gets past Joski. Going to Rezzurection's corner. Brian now doesn't go for the ball. He tries to get bumped by Jeffo, but fakes it and gets a touch out, but it passes to Carl. Crispy tries to go for it, but just misses. He gets a second touch from Carl. It's great beat. Jeffo now with the ball onto the backboard. 30 beats in the tank, tries to get flipped down to an unseen teammate. 1 minute left on the clock. Panic now gets Daryl in the play. It's Rezzurection's ball. Joski doesn't go for the flip, goes for the fake, and Carl just hits it to the opponent's side. Carl again with the ball, gets a flip, tries to pass it to his teammate, but no one's there. Joski now takes over the pressure. Jeffo is back though. What save from Jeffo? He passes back to Rezzurection. He tries to pass to Joski. Carl just interferes it.
And nice little play there from both sides, just trying to get shots on the net. But as we come to the final 25 seconds, the Unseen do have the lead, and Rezzurection are going to have to answer quickly. Unseen might actually be able to expand this lead and probably shut out the game, and Fatty Kyle will slot it into the net. 3-1 for the Unseen with just 18 seconds to go. We have seen more miraculous comebacks, but I don't think this one's going to be happening the way they've been defending, and also just keeping the pressure on. Poor Rezzurection just suffering under the pressure. And we have 18 seconds left to go before the Unseen take game 1 in this series. And once again prove themselves to be a really strong side.
Joski, 6 seconds left on the clock, gets a touch. I don't think it is possible now. Carl with a save, goes to the corner and hits it off. Joski now tries to pass to Melty Crispy. Can they get one on the ball? He tries to get a double, and Jeffrey just hits it out, and that's game 1 to Unseen.
Yeah, very close there at the end from Rezzurection, trying to just get that 0-second goal, that bit of momentum moving into the next game. But there we go. Game 1 does go to the Unseen.
Yeah, it was a very close game. It was just a bit more, or well, quite a lot more actually, to Unseen. Rezzurection was doing very good defense from all players around. Just couldn't, get the team plays and getting pre-jumped. And it was just pre-jumping from Unseen, which was very clever, or not clever, good from them, I guess you can say. But yeah, they take game 1.
Yep.
Well, we've got to see how this game goes, so the next game goes.
The players load into the next game as my partner was right, but it's not about me. It's about these players now. It's about these players on the pitch as we head into game 2.
Oh my god! Oops! I didn't mean to join.
Oh no! Luffy's trying to make it 4v3. Luffy, that's not fair.
No, I
think you haven't interfered with the kickoff, unfortunately. But no, this game mode is 3v3 as we go into game 2. Crispy does clear it to the corner, but he's backflipped, and now that means that have we got a new player on the field? Is this Funster, chubby Funster? But no, I think that is just a name change.
Playing switch, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just the name
Funster.
change from Panic.
That's
but,
Carl. Yeah, that's Carl.
Oh no, yes, that is Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, and Chubby Funster, aka Kyle, has scored. Oh god, bit of banter throughout the start of this game, but it is 1-0. Yeah, I'm also a bit confused as to what this was because Mr. Chubby Funster just fakes everyone out and it rolls slowly into the net, but Unseen do have the lead.
Yeah, it was just a couple misses for Rezzurection there. It may have just very close. Now Panic with the ball gets a 50. Panic now going up for a ball, but Crispy beats him. It does tries to pass to Brian. Brian tries to go for the angle, just misses. Now Chubby Funster is there. He gets a touch with Brian for some reason. I don't know why. Jeffrey now with a touch, gets past one. Brian is back in net though, gets 50, but he does just bang it past him. Unseen player, Panic now with the ball. Low business take, he gets past Brian. Oh no, Josuke, my bad. And it's just a great shot from Panic.
Yeah, and Panic with the techers. Just slots it by Josuke. Nothing he could really do, but there you go. 2-0 lead in the first minute for the Unseen. And that's going to give them quite a nice cushion to play with throughout the rest of this game, see if they can build on it, or if Rezzurection start to build their way back. They're going to have that bit of safety, that net to fall on, so they're not going to immediately be in a losing position. Oh, that miss from Chubby Funster, maybe a little bit of weight dragging him down, I don't know. But Crispy, off the sidewall, will go for the shot, but it's just going to be high and wide. And the Unseen will double commit to clear it, but it does work, combining forces to get it all the way to the other end of the field. As now Jeffo hits it back to his teammate Kyle. No, he can't do anything about it. And now Joski will go for the 50, but Jeffo is there to 50 him straight back to the corner. But once again, Rezzurection will build up the field, but Kyle will be able to clear it all the way down. Off the backboard it goes though. Brian was attempting to shoot, but no boost as Joski will hit it back to the other end. But I think that Unseen will start to build up an attack.
Now it goes to a Rezzurection player. Melty Crispy get a pass, but no one is there. Just passes it to Carl, aka Chubby Funster. Brian gets a touch over his backboard, gets a second touch, 50 with Panic. Josie is able to take it away from him, just tries to get the second touch, just doesn't. Jeffrey now with the ball, going in the air, gets a flip we say. It does get a flip we say, it's just not on target, just wide. Brian now with the ball, 80 boost in the tank, gets 50 with Chubby Funster. It passes back to an Unseen player, Jeffrey now with a touch, passing it to nobody. Melty Crispy now with a touch, goes back to Unseen though. Panic is able to take it away from him. Brian with a clear, what a great clear from him, but it passes back to Jeffo. Jeffrey now with the ball, 20 boost in the tank, gets bumped and can't get a bit of Carl with a shot, and it's a great shot and team play from Unseen.
Yep, and Carl using his name to apparently get a bit of chop on the car, reaches the ball perfectly just on the tip of that Fennec, slots it into the net, and now Unseen with half the game gone, just under the game, half the game to go, have a 3-0 lead, and they're definitely looking like they're on the route to take this game too. But Crispy with this shot cuts the lead back down to 2. And
it was Joski, but
oh, that was Joski, yeah. Yeah, I was on Crispy's camera, that's why. But yeah, lovely shot from Joski. Yeah, cuts the lead down to 2, and now the Rezzurection do have a goal. Can they start on working to bring in this game back, tying up this series, or will the Unseen respond once again? Jeffo to the backboard, but it doesn't have any boost for a double. It does get cleared away. Now Kyle onto the backboard as well. They are absolutely abusing this backboard. The shot comes in from Jeffo, but it's saved away by Joski. Melty goes for the clear. Oh, what a clear from Joski! No one's there. No one beats Panic to the ball, who also does get his corner boost, gets bumped away, but Jeffo once again, solid clear up to the halfway line. Now Kyle leaves it for Jeffo, who does get a touch off the backboard, but Unseen building up so much pressure and Rezzurection just suffering.
Yeah, Jeffo now with the ball, tries to pass it to no one again, but Melty Crispy's there. Chubby Funster with his fake, goes for the low 50, does win, but it's back to Rezzurection. Tries to get a flip over Panic, it does. Now it's a 3v1. Brian now with the ball, 40 boost in the tank, tries to get an angle, just not powerful enough to go on to pass a couple. Now Carl would have touched. Jeffo's going to take it over him. Justin over touch. 0 boost in the tank's going to let Brian do it. Brian now tries to get a touch, just not hit it. Now it's back to Panic, but just misses, and it's a great save from Melty Crispy. Melty Crispy with a clear now. Passes to Jeffo. Jeffo on the ball. Goes for the flip set. He does go for the flip set. Oh, he doesn't get it, but he goes fakes past one. Is that open net for Rezzurection? Brian's trying to get a shot. He's just wide, and it's Melty Crispy with a follow up. What save from Panic? Oh,
and the weak shot from Crispy comes through. If he had a bit more power on that would definitely be down to a 1-goal game, and they'd have a chance of bringing this one back. But now, Unseen up the other end of the field. Panic straight onto the backboard. Can Crispy get this touch? No, he can't. Jeffo might have an open shot. Brian, so low, tips it onto his own bar. Clutch save from him. But they've got 30 seconds to score 2 goals, and they've got to keep the Unseen out and away from their half. Crispy, now, does he have an open net? Has he put it wide? No, he hasn't. 25 seconds left on the clock, and Rezzurection have brought this back to a 1-goal game.
Oh, this is a very intense game for sure. Yeah, it was just a goal from Crispy. It was an open net. Nearly missed it, but it was a great shot overall. 25 seconds left on the clock. They can still win Unseen and Rezzurection, but we'll see how this goes. Now, Mel Crispy tries to pass to a player, but no one is there. As again, Josky now with a pinch. Tries to go to Unseen, but goes the other way. Now, bottom of the shot just over the bar. Panic just misses, but Crispy trying to go to the followance with a pinch, but Josky's there. Gets 50. Jeffrey now with the ball. 7 seconds left on the clock. He's just going to bang it out. Jeffrey now with the flip set. Oh my God, he's just freestyling. Oh, flip set. What save from Brian? Oh,
it's not going to matter in the end. Brian does get the saving medal there, but the Unseen are able to keep Rezzurection out from stopping that comeback. But good work at the end from Rezzurection, and though they are now put on match point, we're going to see if they can maybe bring this back. They do call a timeout. Makes sense as they're 2-0 down, no better time to use it. If they lose another game, they can't use it then. They're going to have infinite time after that, but to go into the playoffs. But I think the passes just weren't connecting for Rezzurection throughout that game.
Yeah. It was like, basically, there wasn't much possession from one particular team. It was just, like ping pong, like maybe they're just good at that sport, or whatever you call it, the air sport, I guess. It was a great game again from Unseen. Getting the attacks they need and just scoring when they need to and they have to.
Yep, precisely. And we get, Rezzurection have called that timeout. They do have those extra few moments to figure out what they need to change. And I think, just try and be there, be in position, be that second man right on time to, fight for, try and fight back, get the reverse sweep if they can. But, they're gonna have to connect on the passes. They were doing it towards the end. They got 2 minutes to mention that to the team and think about how they're going to get that to work and put some pressure on the Unseen, because right now sometimes they just seem trapped in their own half, struggling to boost. While the Unseen can always go back to their own half, grab a full boost, come right back, steal theirs, and just outpace them.
Yeah. It's just see how this game goes. It is possible for a reverse sweep from Rezzurection, but as how good Unseen are playing, we'll see how this next game goes. Will be 3-0 to Unseen if they win this. Jeffo changes his name to Waptin. I can't say my R's properly, but Waptin Wefo.
Waptin Wefo. Oh man. Yeah, he's trying to put all the W's in that so you can take all the W's in the series. Going to try and go 3-0. Making your prediction, right? They've got 1 more minute to go left in this timeout.
We'll just see what.
Yeah, we prepare for game 3. We're going to see what's happening.
Yeah, we'll just see how Rezzurection's coaching, if someone is coaching them, to the Rezzurection players to see what they are doing good and what not. They're not doing good, as I may say, as I can't speak. Yeah.
Yeah, and just a little tip for you, Loopy. There's a button on the when you're choosing your team. It says spectate.
Yeah.
So you can press that, and then you can.
I did that. I did that. As soon as I got onto the second game, just to make sure. Good. Yeah, I don't know what happened though when I joined that team. It might have lucky they didn't get a kick-off goal, which would have been my fault indeed. But I was trying to press it, and maybe I didn't go down enough, or I didn't press it hard enough on my controller, so it didn't go down. So it, just fucked up the kickoff. Oh no, I didn't say that. My bad. F'd up the kickoff. I thought I didn't say that.
No, all the players were in before you, so you were lucky you didn't mess up their kickoff. But as we come in,
Yeah,
it doesn't
100%.
seem like any of the Resurrection players want to join. They do, and
No.
we have a little
What's
bit of a dance of all the players joining and leaving. They have got the go 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 from GCI. I don't know exactly what Melty Crispy is doing. Ah, there you go. He's in just in time for the kickoff. Brian does get it to the side, but whapped in Weffer. I'm just going to call him Jeffo. I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
It does. It gets hit towards the backboard, and Kyle tries to get a touch, but it's just going to go straight to the orange backboard, and Josky to the side, but Kyle tries to go mid. It's going to get shut down, and it's again just lingering in their half, and Rezzurection have got to figure out how to stop that. That miss will help them, but they can't rely on it the whole time as this goes towards that net. Josky does get there in time. He is the saver for Rezzurection, but yeah, it's not looking good. Hurting for boost all over again, Loopy.
Yeah, 100%. Great pressure from Unseen so far in this match. Carl gets a touch to the back, to the sidewall, and Metal Crispy. Oh, somehow Jeffrey gets a shot. It's a great save from Metal Crispy. Panic with the interference and the pressure, but Brian gets it away. Gets a second touch over. Carl just can't get the first touch over Jeffrey. Jeffrey tries to go to the corner, but passes to Josky. Brian able to shot. What a save from Carl. Goes over to the crossbar and out. Now tries to get pressure from Carl, but Jeffrey just clears it. Jeffrey gets a second touch over Josky. Tries to get a third from Brian. It's nearly an open net, and it was just a great save from Crispy. And now Josky gets a touch over Jeffrey. Not Jeffrey, Carl. Carl now just backflips, and Josky's there. And there's a second backflip, I guess, from Rezzurection, unless it was a half flip. But Carl tries to get, not Carl, but Brian tries to get a touch. Josky now gets a read, but it goes to Unseen.
Yep, and now they get to come up the field. We apparently have PNC on the field, but we also have Chubby Fuzzer who's going to slap that one into the net. So yeah, now Panic is punk. And Kyle is Chubby Fudster, and Wapton Wepo is indeed Defo for anyone a little bit confused watching the stream. But 1-0 to the Unseen once again, and they're definitely looking to shut out this game in a sweep. And it does go to Brian on the sideball, who doesn't get the most convincing of touches. It's going to fall to Punk, aka Panic, who slams that one into the back of the net. 2-0 the Unseen. They're definitely steamrolling their way to a sweep. Brian just passes it into the middle, and Panic is going to slot that home every single time.
Yeah, it was just a great shot. I did thought PNC when I first saw the name was NPC, but just the same letters, just not in the right mix. Now Jeffo just get wide, but Panic is now with the ball. Gets a flip, gets us on target, but Josky now with a touch. Brian goes down, but Brian gets a touch. Now Jeffo now on the ball, gets a touch, but Brian is low boost in the tank. Panic now go for gets a touch, not on target, tries to go with a double in his own net. Jeffo now takes it over Panic. Carl's going up with him, a double commit with him, cut from Unseen. It's a great save from Brian. Panic with a pinch. Crispy now with the ball, 21 boost in the tank, gets a flip, gets it over them, just to keep away the pressure and get Rezzurection boost. Now Jeffo gets a touch. Brian now with a touch over to Carl somehow. Carl gets the touch over Josky. Jeffo now with a touch, tries to get it on target. It's just not on target. It was going down, but it was a great save from Crispy.
Yep, wonderful save there from Crispy, but Kyle just flies over the ball off the wall, but it now seems like Rezzurection are going to want something relatively quickly now, so they can start their road to a comeback, because they're going to need it, because a massive comeback is going to be needed. They're first going to need to come back from a 2-goal deficit in this game, and then work onto a reverse sweep, but the Unseen definitely don't look like they're going to allow it. It looks like your prediction is going to be right. Jeffo misses it, slams onto the backboard. But now Kyle once again getting the touch there, just seems to be outspeeding Rezzurection. But Crispy, good touch down the field. Jeffo will collect. But it does mean that we have Rezzurection building up the other side of the field. But once again, the Unseen get out just seem unfazed, no scratches. Oh no! The miss, but Brian hits it onto the backboard for them. It's lingering in front of the net. Can anyone do it? No, Mountain Crispy takes it out, and Brian cannot get there in time, and the Unseen get away with murder.
It's like they didn't, Metal Crispy didn't want Rezzurection to sit in and out. And it tries to read. 3 players up from Rezzurection, but Josky does get is the one to get it out. Now he gets 100 boost power, tries to pass it to someone. He does pass it to Brian, but panic with the interference again. Jeffo tries to go for the demos, but Brian is able to take it over. Jeffo now back with the ball. 100 boost in the tank, tries to go up the wall. It's not in. Just not over many players, and Rezzurection can get this pre-jump. Now Crispy now with a touch, tries to pass to Josky, but panic is there. Josky now low boost in the tank is a great bounce, but what a save from Crispy now. Josky now with a touch. Jeffo trying to get a thing, trying to get a read on what an angle, but it was a great save from Rezzurection.
Yeah, and the work coming out from Rezzurection, but all that work has had to be put on defense. As you know, the shot does come through, but the offense doesn't seem like it's going to be really in full flow. It doesn't seem to be working completely. They're just getting shut down by the Unseen as we wind down to the final 20 seconds, likely, of this entire series. Chubby Funstat, aka Kyle, takes it to the sidewall, wasting time. It's going to go to Punk, aka Panic, and eventually to Whacked in Weffo, aka Jeffo. As the final seconds of this series wind down, is one more going to go in for them? Yes, it is the Unseen's day. 3-0 in this match, 3-0 in the series. Everything working out for them. And they move on to the playoffs in a sweep.
Yeah, they look like they're going to go first. Maybe. Yeah, they are first on the board in conference in Ballbusters. A nice game. My prediction was right. Great game from both teams. Rezzurection trying to get the last goal and a game in hand, but they just can't. It's just a game.
Yep, the timeout didn't really seem to work for Rezzurection, unfortunately. But yeah, still a good team. They are still going to the playoffs, which is fortunate for them.